Student, in the earlier videos, we were studied the life cycle of nostoc and life cycle of Chara. Respectively, both the algae belongs to the Cyanophyta and Charophyta. Now in this video, we are going to learn a algae from the next division, and the name of the division is Phaeophyta. From the Phaeophyta, we are going to learn the life cycle of one of the algae that is named as a Sargassum. So in this video, we will study the life cycle of Sargassum. First of all, we will see the systematic position or classification of Sargassum. Sargassum belongs, or it is one of the representative member of Thallophyta. This particular alga belongs in a division Phaeophyta and class Phaeophyceae, order Fucales, family Sargassaceae, and genera is Sargassum. I like to say that Sargassum is recognized or identified as a seaweed. That's why it is mostly marine in nature. Sargassum is a marine kind of algae. But I can also say that Sargassum is a algae from the group of brown algae, or it is a brown kind of algae. The division Phaeophyta includes the brown algae. So Sargassum is a brown algae. The members of division Phaeophyta contains chlorophyll A, chlorophyll C, beta carotene, violaxanthine and fucoxanthine kind of pigment. Because of presence of fucoxanthine in their thallus, the thallus or members of division Phaeophyta gets a brown color, and that's why the members of Phaeophyta identified as a brown algae. All over the world, the brown algae more or less contains 240 genera and more than 1500 species. From all genera and species, about 97% of the species or genera are marine in nature, and that's why the Phaeophyta division is also identified as a division of marine kind of alga. So in this division, the Sargassum is one of the member. Today we will going to see the life cycle of Sargassum. You can see these are the two figures. Sargassum is a marine algae. It may also identified as a seaweed. It can grows very flourishly in these seas, some of the seas or oceans of the world, and such seas or oceans are identified as a Sargasso Sea or Sargasso Ocean because of the large amount of availability of the Sargassum growth in such seas or oceans, and that's why they are called as a Sargasso Sea or Sargasso Ocean. If you will see the thallus or plant body of Sargassum, you can see the Sargassum looks like a small bush of the angiospermic plants like. It has a central main axis, and at the base, this main axis has a holdfast, basal shell that is a holdfast, and with the help of that holdfast, the sporophyte or plant body of Sargassum remain attached to the substratum in the seas. This main axis is further branched. There are primary laterals, and that primary laterals are mostly laterals of unlimited growth, and they are also called as a branches of unlimited growth. The thallus of Sargassum also includes a leaf-like structure. It also has a solan structure. Some of the branches produces a finger or peg-like branched appearance. that is called as a receptacle. You can see here, this is a main axis, lateral branches, this is a swollen air containing body called as a air bladder, leaves are there, and some of the branches are produces a finger like or peg like projections, and that structures are called as a receptacles. These receptacles are nothing but the reproductive bodies, because they contain say male and female conceptacles. Those are respectively produces a antheridia and oogonia. So this is what about the habit of the sargassum. If you will see some of the characteristic feature with concern to habit and habitat of the sargassum. Sargassum is identified as a marine alga. There are about 150 species of sargassum are there, and these species are Indian species, or there are more than 1500 species, not 1500. This is a marine alga, includes 1500 species, and from that in India there are about 16 species are reported in the Indian oceans. The plant body of sargassum is a diploid sporophytic, because this is a sporophytic plant body, well branched, erect, basal cell is called as a holdfast, cylindrical main axis is there. Many sterile leaf-like laterals and air bladders are produced. You can see here, these are the leaf-like laterals, but they are also called as a leaves, and air bladders are also there. Some modified branches are called as a receptacle. These are the modified branches, as I have already explained you that, and they are called as a receptacle. These are the reproductive branches. The sporophyte of sargassum is about 10 to 15 centimeter long. Sometimes it may grows into the meters also. The holdfast is discoid, and that remain attached to the substratum. The branches of sargassum are present in a radial symmetry. They are spirally arranged. They are called as a long shoot because of their unlimited nature of growth. The leaf are simple, broad, with a distinct midrib, serrate, acute, and many dots you can see on the surface of leaves like this. These are the dots called as a osteoles. They are the opening of sterile conceptacles. Osteoles are the opening of sterile conceptacles, and they are called as a cryptoblast or cryptostomata. In lower region of the axis, many globular bodies develops called as a air bladders, and because of presence of air in these air bladders, they help for the floating of a particular alga. When sargassum attempt their vegetative growth, they becomes ready for reproduction. Sargassum shows the vegetative reproduction and sexual reproduction. The sexual reproduction in sargassum occurs by oogamous type. The specially branched structure called as a receptacle. These receptacles are of two types, and they produces the reproductive organs or sex organs, and with the help of that reproductive organs, sargassum reproduces sexually. Whereas the vegetative reproduction is mainly takes place by means of a fragmentation of the parent thallus. So in this way, the sargassum is what a marine alga and reproduces vegetatively and sexually. In this way, we have seen the introduction of these alga sargassum with respect to their habitat, nature of thallus, and mode of reproduction. In the next or in coming video, we will see the details of reproduction and how the sargassum is completes their life cycle. Students, in the earlier video or before this, we learn about the sargassum introduction, habit, habitat, nature of thallus and kind of reproduction. As I said, sargassum reproduces vegetatively and sexually. The vegetative reproduction in sargassum takes place by means of fragmentation. So, in the vegetative reproduction, the parent thallus get broken down into a fragments. The fragments may take place by mechanical injury, that is because of the water currents, ship movements in the seas. But sometimes the older parts of a thallus may also shows death and decay, and that may also responsible for the fragmentation in the parent thallus, and that each fragment of a parent thallus able to grow vegetatively into a new thallus of sargassum. This kind of vegetative reproduction reported more or less in all kinds of species, but mostly this is a very common mode of reproduction in the sterile species. Those species do not produces the reproductive structures, and that mostly reproduces by vegetative mode of reproduction. The second method of reproduction in sargassum, that is a sexual reproduction. The sexual reproduction is of oogamous type. Oogamous means the female reproductive structure remains stable, whereas the male reproductive structure is motile. By swimming, the male reproductive structure reaches to female reproductive structures and fertilization takes place, and that is why it is called as a oogamous type of sexual reproduction, in which the female reproductive structure is remain stationary. The sexual reproduction takes place by means of formation of the male reproductive or male sex organ called as a antheridia and female sex organ called as a oogonia. When a thallus attain a vegetative growth, after that some of the branches of thallus produces some different kinds of branches, and that branches are called as a receptacle. On this receptacle, the flask shaped cavities are present, and inside that flask shaped cavities the male or female sex organs are produced, because the conceptacles may be a male conceptacles or female conceptacles, and these conceptacles are produced on the branches called as a receptacle. Sometimes sterile conceptacles are also produced, but that sterile conceptacles are produced on the leaves. As in earlier we see the cryptoblast. Cryptoblast are nothing but the part of a sterile conceptacles, and they are present in the leaves. So, when the conceptacle contains a antheridia, that conceptacle is identified or recognized as a male conceptacle, and the conceptacle which includes or contains oogonia, that is identified or recognized as a female conceptacle. The sargassum plant may be monoecious or dioecious. Monoecious means what? Both the conceptacles, both kinds of conceptacles are produced on the same thallus, on a different receptacle. But in some thallus, the male and female conceptacles are produced on the separate thallus, and they are called as a dioecious. Some of the species are monoecious and some of the species are dioecious. At the time of sexual reproduction, the male and female conceptacle produces the antheridia and oogonia. You can see these are the two structures of male and female conceptacle. The structure is a flask shaped cavity that has a wall, and inside the wall there are some sterile structures or sterile branches called as a paraphysis, and some are fertile branches that bears a particular sex organ. So, this is a male conceptacle. So, here you can see the antheridia is there. There is a ostiole or opening for liberation. This is a structure of female conceptacle. Morphologically both the structures are same, but on the basis of whether they contain antheridia or oogonia, they are categorized as a male conceptacle or female conceptacle. Here also you can see these are the reproductive structures called as a oogonia. There are some sterile branches and there is a opening. Outside there is a conceptacle wall. So, when after formation of male and female sex organ, the antheridia undergoes the further division that produces the antherozoids. The mature antheridia is a stalked structure that is somewhat ovoid in nature, you can see, and each antheridia produces about 64 antherozoids. The antheridia, after formation of antherozoids, they can get detached or separated from the conceptacle and come out in the water through the ostiole. When antheridia is come out in the water, the antheridial wall becomes a gelatinous and get burst. When antheridial wall get burst, all antherozoids are get liberated in the water and they can ready for the fertilization. Whereas the mature oogonia is also somewhat more or less ovoid structure. Inside there are many eggs are present, and the mature oogonia is surrounded by a 3-layered oogonial wall. The oogonia do not detach from the conceptacle. Through the water, antherozoids reaches to the ostiole of oogonia. Meanwhile, the eggs are also get matured, and these the next procedure or the next step that is takes place, that is a fertilization. In the fertilization, antherozoids fertilize the eggs get converted into the zygote and becomes a diploid in nature. This zygote formed later on germinates, undergoes the division and produces the new sporophyte of a sargassum. In this way, in the sargassum sexual reproduction is completed. Now you can see this is what a schematic representation of the life cycle of sargassum. The thallus of sargassum we see, that is a sporophyte that is diploid in nature. This sporophyte thallus produces the structures, reproductive structures on the receptacle called as a male conceptacle and female conceptacle. The male conceptacle produces antheridia, female conceptacle produces oogonia. Antheridia produces antherozoid, oogonia produces egg. Then fertilization takes place. The product of fertilization is a diploid zygote. This diploid zygote afterwards germinates and produces a new sporophytic thallus that is diploid in nature. In this way, by means of a sexual reproduction, sargassum alga completes their life cycle. So, this is what about the study of life cycle of a sargassum, which is one of the brown marine alga.